lucky that one hit the ground.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Hart. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on first down. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This offense has a second down play. The give out of the gun. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Looking to throw for it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most is protecting that quarterback.
South Florida has it back in the Bulls' lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
He's going to let it go. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Open space at the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, going up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He wants to throw it again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Offense in a bunch formation. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Right on target this time. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a 1st down at the 44.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Florida 21, Vanderbilt 10.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Open ahead. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulls!
In the end zone.
What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, doesn't he? Makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, you dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David.
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He finds his man. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
Gets it out fast. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Quarterback will audible. They're going to throw it again. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Hits him with a stiff arm. And what a play and what a return. It all the way back inside the 10.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Bulls. And the stomping has commenced.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Nevada was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Reno. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
To the air, it's off. Coming after it. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on 1st down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown Doors.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the wheel route, and he's open. throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
Vanderbilt, 17.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the 4th quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Commodores! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
For quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry.
With the extra point, they now trail 35-24. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Now on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
The Bulls will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
To the air, it's Shaw. Trying to beat the D deep. What a snag by the defense. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,